Hey guys, it's me, Luis, your admin on Facebook or Life Unscripted and YouTuber, I guess. Unscripted, as you can clearly see, I have not practiced whatsoever. Probably not a recommended thing for a lot of great YouTubers out there. It's probably to practice. I don't know. Um, I just in a little time, I've gotten quite some support from a lot of friends and people, and I appreciate it. Somebody asked me today, what made you want to start a page or start writing a book or a YouTube, and I said something along the lines of I wanted to help people in a way that they could relate to, and particularly emphasis on the outcasts. The weird people, the shy people, the people that nobody really talks to or avoids or says, or, talks about. The people that aren't invited to parties, the people that really just don't fit in. They're not squares, they're not rounds, they're not triangles, they're not any shape. They're just them, and it's so hard to do that. It's so hard to be them, especially when social conditioning says fit in, be a part of the group. Especially when it's easy to fit in and just throw who you are away for who it's easier to be at the time. To just follow the M, or the masses. I also wanted to show the people that us outcasts are not that different. We are, but like we face with everyday issues as well. I have a job. I have an 8-hour job here in my little cubicle. I have preoccupations like everybody else does. We think about daily issues, our families, our friends, our goals, our futures, our dreams, and helping others. Um, we're not that abnormal, even despite what we may seem. The reason we sometimes think so deeply and feel so deeply as well is we see connections sometimes in things that people tend to ignore, and we don't avoid the broken, the downtrodden, the outcasts, because we are them and we understand them. A lot of people will see an outcast and just turn away and say, I don't need that in my life right now. But a lot of us have an attraction to that kind of vibration, because we know that the world isn't all sunshine and rainbows and butterflies, and the people who genuinely need help, and you never know the difference it makes to just say hi to somebody, just acknowledge their existence, you know, anything at all, and they might never tell you back because they're too shy to think that maybe it's a trap, maybe that they're just gonna play a sick prank on you or something, and it sucks that that's where we live in, and I wanted to write a book and start a page and a YouTube saying, hey, you're not alone, we're not alone, and there's many of us out there, and there's no reason to be ashamed, whatsoever. Um, but yeah, just briefly, I made the page and the YouTube account and everything, just so there's a place where people feel like, hey, I can come here and get away from the negativity, get away from the closed-mindedness, get away and just be myself and express myself in any way I so choose to and please, and not insert any limitations or any social conditioning or expectations where the pressure is taken completely off, you know. And I feel like we need a real environment for that. Eventually I'd like to open an institution where for people like that, they can just relax and connect with people that can understand them and wants to understand them. Just socialize with people that of different interests, of variety, and just want to explore themselves and others without the fear of being judged. That's how life should really be. That's how the world should really be, and it's not, unfortunately. But there's a lot of us that would like to see a world like that, at least starting off with a community that way. And I can be one of the ones that grows a community of that nature. Um, Hope you guys support the cause. Not even through financial means by any or anything like that. I'm sure there's YouTube strategies or Facebook strategies to do that, but just support. Just unite and recommend people. As you can tell, if you can't tell when somebody's being genuine, it's not about the popularity. You know, it's not at all. It's just about getting the message across. I could care less if you guys, took one of my messages and posted on Facebook and just shared it and claimed it as your own, because literally my face, my identity doesn't define the message. I just care about that the message gets to somebody that really needs it. somebody who really might need it and use it, and help. That's the key word: help, love, give, and just love. Hate to sound like really dumb, just saying over and over, but that's a huge key. Not just like romantic love like you see on the TV and the TV shows, and this fake love that everybody's falling in the idea of love and confusing for lust, or fake romanticism. No, it's something that's that needs to be brought back, and I hope it does, and I want to start that. There are things from our past that we need to bring back, but there are things we need to change, and I want to be that balance that says, hey, contemporary with old school, traditional with new ways. Find a balance point that meets everybody's needs, and be like, well, that's impossible. Well, that's impossible. You'll never accomplish anything like that. I'm like, look, whenever I've talked to people, no matter what their race, no matter what their ideals, we end up seeing that as human souls, we have more in common than we have differences. And it's beautiful because you connect in such a deep way in that nature. But I'm gonna leave this video at that. And I just want to reach people in so many different ways as much as I can, and I want them to reach out to me. But I don't just think that I have all the answers and I'm the superior authority or anything like that. I just I want to let people know that there's people out there, there's support, and there's always different options, different answers. So feel free to vent. Feel free to put the comments as the way you want it. Be random, be you, be creative, express yourself, do it good, and don't be embarrassed, don't be ashamed, don't be ashamed. You know how many people laughed at me? There's many people that laughed at me, but I'm not here to tell a sob story or some sad tale about my past or history. But there's so many things that connect us, and so very few things that actually separate us. It's just that we're listening to all the wrong things and the wrong people. We're listening to the TV. We're listening to our friends. We're listening to all these influences. Except even sometimes our parents don't have the best advice, but they have the best intentions for us most of the time. I can say the same thing about our teachers, maybe a preacher, maybe even a fellow cop, maybe any sort of authority. Just because there's a few bad bunches in the group doesn't mean that they're all absolutely horrible. Don't judge an individual by its previous members' actions. Don't judge an individual, period. Get to know them if you have the chance, and if possible, let them get to know you. People are like, well, there's a risk in that. What if I get heartbroken? What if my emotions get played with and hurt? I'm like, well, there's a risk to everything. There really is. At some point, you gotta start questioning and asking, well, I can't stop people from hurting me, but I can stop from being hurt. One of my mentors, Bruce Lee, may he rest in peace, like most of my mentors, said, be like water. You put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water in a pot, it becomes the pot, but it's still water. It doesn't change, it just adapts. And it says, I don't need to be, hurt. I do believe that, somebody can only hurt you as much as you allow them to. And they can't make you feel any smaller than you are without your consent. We are our own worst enemies, but we can also be our best friends. And we get to choose. That's the beauty of it. We get to choose. So I'm gonna leave this here, and I'll try to post more videos. I'm at work right now. I'll try to post them from home in maybe better attire.
It was cool, man.